Hey everyone, it's your boy Captain Hunter coming at you again, and we are going to be discussing another video that has been coming out. And I really, the purpose and the point of me highlighting this particular video is to show the almost impossible situation that law enforcement and society is placing ourselves into. We have created a situation wherein it has become very, very difficult for police officers to do their job. It's become very, very difficult for persons who are dealing with mental illness to get and receive the help that they need, both from the state, from finances, from policymakers, decision makers, and all that kind of thing. And how we, number one, meet out those persons who are dealing with mental health difficulties. Who is going to meet them where they are? How do they go about getting the help? Who gives out medications? The homeless population problem, and all that type of thing. In this day and time where pundits are talking about defund the police, and what they're really talking about, at least what I hear them saying, is that they want to take a lot of their money that are allocated towards police or resources and reallocate them towards mental health services, homeless services, and a number of other social services. I'm all fine. It's all fine and dandy and well, and that we need to really highlight that and really take a serious hard look at what we are asking our police officers to do and what we as a society are willing to fund and willing not to fund and tolerate, and how we go about living in a civil society. That those are some things that really, really need to be addressed and ironed out. And here's a video here that really highlights the problem that we as a society must confront, must look at face to face, and that we are asking our officers and police officers to go into and handle in the best way that they know how. And we really need to look at a lot of different things in this video and in the society going forward, and say, how do we want our officers trained, and how do we want them to handle situations? So here we see a young man. I think I didn't dig into the full scope of this video. Believe from the video that his name is last name is Alberto. First name, he'll say his first name, and it's escaping me right now. Of course, they've got the full analysis and full details of this on here as the investigation goes forward. And so here's what we have. We have a couple of people at the beginning of this particular video. This is an hour-long video. I'm obviously not going to play that. Just going to play a few minutes here. A few people who have called 911 or called the police services for a person who is incoherent and not making sense. As the officers get there, we'll continue to hear him, if you watch the whole video, not make sense and not be coherent, not answering questions. And this is a person who is either in some type of mental health crisis, or dealing with some type of mental health situation, or he's inebriated, or he's on some type of substance. Police officers do not know this information, what he's on in particular, or what his issues are, when they get there. And so when they get there, they go along the police service protocols, law enforcement protocols, which is identify, attempt to control the person, whether it's through handcuffs or sit down on the curb or whatever. I'm going to address those issues and what we can do as a society and police departments and policy decision makers as we go forward with this. So again, police officers get there and they're attempting to ascertain what he's doing there, who he is, and all that. They want to know, and I'll talk about this as we go along here. So we're going to start this about 10 minutes and 46 seconds in, and so we hear the officer trying to identify who this person is.
So where'd you get all this stuff?
This stuff?
Yeah.
I went over there. Well, not my teaching, you know. Yeah.
Where did you buy the alcohol from?
Alcohol?
Yeah.
Supposed to discuss Saturday and something happened.
What's it?
And this one, like I said, whoa. So, some guys were like
31 to 41. You can just park on notice right here. Okay. So I didn't catch your name.
Okay, so he's about to ask him for his name. About 11 minutes 28 seconds here. We hear the officer who's seeing, obviously, in the containers here. Obviously, the officer is being astute and recognizing possible threats and trying to ascertain the situation, and recognizes that the individual has some type of alcoholic beverage like that. Nothing out of the ordinary going forward, at least at this particular point. So let's continue on. Now we hear the officer about to try to get some identification, and here's where things really start to roll downhill.
Yet though. What was your name?
You're gonna kill him?
What's that?
You're gonna...
I just wanted to know your name. I'm Officer McKinley.
McKinley?
McKinley, yeah. Yeah, what's your name though? I don't think we've met before. I think it seems like you're trying to like rack your brain like, oh, have we talked before? I don't think we've talked before.
Like I was like over there, like they told me to never come back over there.
Over where? At South Shore?
Something like that. Like I haven't had a phone. Like something happened and everything.
Okay. Well, but what's your name?
Something Mario. That's it. Yes.
Something Mario? Can you keep your hands out of your pockets for me?
Something Mario, and I think his last name's going to be Alberto.
I guess that's it.
Well, hold on. So we're gonna talk because I'm concerned about this open container and everything. So just leave that.
The open container he's concerned about is the alcoholic beverage. He wants to have a conversation with him, and so you know. Again, I think that the officer is probably trying to wrestle with what this guy's doing here. Does he have some type of mental disability? Is he possibly intoxicated?
Out there. So what's your name? I don't think that goes to that.
So they were telling me something about stuff, you know, and hey, I think I seen like somebody's thing, you know.
Okay.
So probably like they
So-
were telling me that they were gonna have like something about.
Did you say your name was Mario?
Down over there.
Did you say your name was Mario? Yeah.
He's being
Okay.
completely
So here's the plan,
incoherent
Mario.
in his conversations.
It's not that.
Okay, what is your name then?
All this type of thing to the
Okay, here's the
uninformed
plan. Okay.
really
I gotta
is kind of
identify
red
you.
flags to the officer. Is he
I know
not
who I'm
telling me
talking
his
to.
name?
Make sure you don't have any warrants or anything like that.
Is he not telling me his name? Why is he not telling his name? Now, here's one thing that I would highly suggest that officers change their tactics. Maybe if the officer said, not, I want to know your name because I'm looking for warrants, or I want to know if you have any warrants. Maybe a better way of phrasing this would be, I want to see if you're a wanted, not a wanted person. Maybe if you're a missing person, or something along those lines, right? Something more friendly. Because when you say to anyone, and I'm not just talking about this particular individual in particular, that you're looking for warrants, it arouses suspicion. Yes, we're crime fighters. Yes, I get all that. In a mental health situation, until and unless things change, we're going to continue to deal with mental health situations or persons who are dealing with some type of crisis. So maybe a better phrase would be, want to make sure that you are not missing from anywhere, make sure that you don't have any family or friends who are looking for you, trying to locate you. Just a suggestion going forward.
Okay. You come up with a plan.
It's not that. It's
Let me know that you're not going to be drinking in our parks over here. Hey, listen.
like yes, you know, stuff like that.
And then we can be on our merry way, okay?
Merry-go-round.
You have an ID on you?
Merry-go-round.
Looking for ID, wants to make sure that he's not going to be drinking in the parks. More than likely, a reasonable, sensible situation in conversation for an officer to have. I want to check you out, make sure that we have developed a plan that you're not going to come back over here doing the same things that you've been doing. You got 911 calls, and it seems as if from the previous conversation that this man had that someone had told him not to come around here anymore.
Yeah, like that. You have an ID on you?
Like yesterday.
Okay. If you can't do that, then I'm going to have to take you, okay?
What?
It's,
ID?
what do you want to... Yeah, do you have your ID with you?
So I was like walking like that a little bit. What, San Jose? Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
You're trying to make sure you're okay. Alright. Do you have an ID with you? Do you have like a driver's license?
Now, here, officers don't know if he's stalling. They don't know if he's not able to comprehend. We don't know. You know, we're trained as police officers. We're not mental health counselors, social service counselors. We don't have master's degree level of understanding in many of these areas of expertise. And so we don't. And also, we have to be very mindful of the fact that this guy is wanted. Is he stalling? Is his delays in answering our questions an attempt to figure out a plan of attack? These are all the ways that things that are going through the officer's mind. Either he's deliberately stalling, he's unintentionally stalling because he doesn't have the mental capacity, or he doesn't have the intellectual capacity. He doesn't have the physical capacity. By that I mean he's inebriated to answer the questions. It's one of these situations, and so officers, within a rapid, quickly evolving context, really have to understand and devise a plan as to of action as to or plan of method of thinking of what's going on in this guy's head. Why is he not answering my question? Can he not? Will he not? Should he not? What's going on with this? And so from here, it is going to rapidly evolve into a situation wherein he can't produce the things we're asking him to do. We have the possible crime of him drinking in the park, and so now we need to take him into custody. And so this is continuing where things go downhill here.
We just know who we're talking to. That way we can just talk and that way we could just write down who we talked to.
You know, that I seen somebody that, you know, that stuff like that. My couple papers, my cards.
You live here in the city of Alameda?
Well, I haven't gotten a house yet.
Okay, can you do me one favor?
Just keep your hands out of your pockets, please.
Officers asking to keep his hands out of his pockets. They don't know what's going on. He's obviously, you know, trying to do some things. Doesn't seem like as if he's really inebriated, because he's able to stand up on the stool or on this, I don't know, ground up step or tree stump or whatever it is for a few seconds there. So that should be putting the officers at some type of ease that he may not be completely inebriated. It may or may not. I mean, different officers are going to perceive this thing or these facts and circumstances differently.
Hey, do me a favor.
Got his hands in his pockets. They need to be safe. Now they want to restrain this guy.
Come over here. We don't want you to fall down.
They don't want him to fall down.
Yep, they're getting wet.
We're just gonna put your hands behind
I
your
got it.
What? You got what?
No, wait. It's wait. What
Hey,
the
Mario.
heck?
Hey, Mario, walk with me, okay?
Well, it's not that.
Okay, walk with me.
There.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I didn't start. No.
Hey, Mario. Please don't
Relax.
do that.
Just relax.
Just relax for us, okay?
Oh, my mind.
I appreciate.
Hey.
No, it's not that.
Do me a favor, Mario.
No, I didn't do nothing.
Mario, please don't resist us, okay?
I didn't steal
All right,
nothing. Okay?
Mario, please don't resist us, okay?
It's not that.
Mario, please do not resist us, okay? Put your arm behind
Put
your
your hand
back,
behind your
please.
back, okay?
Wait,
Mario,
it's not that.
Put your arm behind your back.
Wait,
hey, Mario.
there, I got it. I wanted to throw
Mario.
this. Wait, I wanted to throw this to it, but
That's fine.
there.
fine.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, we got this. We got this.
I got it. So I didn't try to do that, okay?
Okay, hey, Mario, just put your hand behind your back, please.
I got it.
Mario.
Sorry. There.
Mario,
There.
What's
please
there?
put your hand behind your back.
There.
I think we've talked before, Mario.
No,
I think,
it's not that.
This is all coming back to me now.
No, it's not that.
Mario.
Thank you.
It's okay. All right. We just gotta figure out what's going on. All right. So we just get your cooperation real quick here.
Damn, no wonder.
Okay.
There, I got it, man. No, don't do
Mario,
Yeah.
put your hand behind your back, okay? Please.
Okay.
Please put your hand behind your back.
There.
You can hear him begging and pleading. Eventually, the fight is going to go to the ground. I'm not going to play all this because I know you guys can watch it on your own. I'm going to wrestle him to the ground here. Just fast forward a little bit. They're wrestling him to the ground. As we can see, Mario's kind of a big person. They are going to be very mindful and making sure that there's no pressure on him as much as possible.
There. I'm so sorry. There. I got it. It wasn't that.
You can use this space.
Yep. Come on, buddy, want to go? Hey, there. Hey, oh, okay, buddy.
Okay, got it.
At this point, we can still hear Mario
31. On the team. We'll still take it.
talking.
Hey, Mario. We need you to stop. Okay.
Good. Yep.
Relax.
Think we're gonna have to wrap it.
Relax.
Okay.
Are you see it? No. There.
All right. What are we gonna do? Just keep him pinned down. We get the wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, watch out. Hey, Mario.
There. That's it. Hey. There. Hey.
It's okay, Mario.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna take care of you, okay?
No.
We're gonna take care of you.
Right there.
Okay.
There. There. Thank you. There. 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 I got it. Thank you. Thank you.
You good?
Thank you. There.
It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay.
There.
What's your name?
Mario.
Mario. What's your last name, Mario?
Alberto.
Alberto?
Mario.
What's your birthday?
Trying to keep him talking.
It's okay. It's all right. We're okay, okay?
Mario.
Go ahead and get
As you
up.
can see, very different from
So,
that
can
he
you
made
grab
just in his shoulder there.
the
Very
wrap?
different from the Floyd situation.
Mario.
Hey, Mario. What's your birthday?
No.
Can you put your phone on?
Please don't do what?
I don't want
Please don't hit me. I'm sorry.
Hey, Mario, just talk to me, okay?
Yeah.
What's your birthday, Mario? It's okay. I forgive you. It's all right. 1984? What month?
No. 95. 1995. 95. I said 95. Okay.
Mario.
Let me relax. I need to drugs.
I think you just had too much to drink today. That's all. Okay.
Good, thank you.
Mario, calm down, please.
Stop kicking, Mario. Stop kicking.
Yeah, I fast forwarded a little too far.
Think we can roll him on the side?
I don't want to lose what I got, man.
Okay.
Can you grab the wrap out of 111?
Still making noises.
Mario, just
No, this is a
stop
difficult
fighting.
situation for officers to be in, because I'm sure that this,
We have no weight on his chest.
they're saying that no weight in his chest.
No weight.
No weight.
Who's going on sponsor?
Copy.
Mario.
910 control down.
Mario.
Do we have AFD on the way?
Yeah. 41 Cougar AFD.
Hey.
You got a pulse?
Start CPR. Let's get him on there.
Okay, they're going to start CPR. I'm not going to play all that. So, really something for us to think about in law enforcement and in the public, right? My podcast is obviously about bridging the divide between the police community. And so we really have to look at what we're doing, how we're doing it, who we're going to fund, who do you send these type of calls. To send a counselor by themselves to call where someone is possibly in the park drinking, it is not feasible. So we really need a lot of smart people to get into a room and really kind of work out these types of situations. We can't expect officers to do this type of work all the time. We need someone else to call, someone else to deal with this type of situation. So we don't know if in this situation where Mario drank too much, all this would come out in the investigation. I'm simply trying to paint the picture of the situations that police officers are being called to in which they had to respond. They don't know the circumstances. They don't know the situations. They don't know if Mario was on intoxicant. And I'm saying Mario, I'm saying any and all individuals, whether on some type of intoxicant, some alcoholic beverage, or just simply in some type of mental health breakdown. The officers were very mindful of the situation that they had him in, trying to take him into custody. They tried to use the force that was reasonable in a situation. In my estimation, the force that was reasonable in this situation, continues to monitor and continue to talk to him, make sure that he was conscious, coherent, and breathing. As soon as they noticed that he had gone unresponsive and stopped fighting, they turned him to a side, and then that's from there we can see that the officers began and initiated CPR. So in my estimation, this is not a similar incident to the George Floyd, which is malicious and disgusting on various levels. However, officers are continuing going to be second guessed. They're going to continue to have their actions scrutinized, continue to deal with situations like this. And in the meantime, while they're dealing with situations like this, citizens are going to call for the protection of their neighborhood when someone who's acting incoherent, not answering questions, seems like they're not belonging in certain places and situations. So we've really got to think long and hard about how we treat these type of situations in the immunity that officers will get when and if they're in situations like this. These officers tried to save this man's life. They tried to also protect their community. And so they were saying please and thank you, asking him numerous times, please stop resisting us, please stop fighting us. Officers completely justified in taking him into custody. Now, that is certainly something that we can talk about going forward. Do we really need to place handcuffs on every single citizen that we interact? If people are refusing to show their hands, as Mario was doing, refusing to show his hands, whether he's mentally disturbed or intoxicated or whatever, a lack of showing the hands is a lack of showing the hands. So, it's in my position that these officers acted justifiably. It is my position that that this is not the same situation as the George Floyd incident. We really need to have conversations about who we're going to send. By we, I mean citizens, legislatures, policymakers, who we're going to send in these type of situations, how they're going to respond. Is it always necessary to place handcuffs on people to fight? They wrestled and struggled up until the point where they were able to control him, and when they could and place him on his side, when he stopped resisting and all that, then that was key. We do have to take a look at the amount of resistance that people are giving and understand what they are actually resisting. That is very, very important. And I taught this when I was a defensive tactics instructor. Their resistance level, a resistance level, could simply be a resistance in an effort to breathe. And we very, very much have to be very mindful of that. Understand, are they resisting because they want to try to get up and run away and try to fight with you, or are they resisting because they want to breathe? And those types of things really have to be differentiated when and if you're in the field and you're an officer dealing with this, or a security guard, corrections officer, whatever. You really have to be very mindful of when someone is resisting to get up and fight or when they're resisting to breathe. And so Mario's a big boy, and so you really have to be very, very mindful of that. Very, very mindful. And defensive tactics instructors have to really teach this in all walks of life. Understand when somebody's trying to breathe and they're fighting and kicking in order to get a breath, particularly if they're big, or in this position, as we know from the George Floyd incident. And be able to differentiate when they're trying to breathe and when they're just trying to act up. So in my estimation, once again, just to wrap up, this is not the same situation as the George Floyd incident, which was malicious. This is an incident that was a tragic mistake, and I really wish that it wouldn't have happened. But this is the situation that officers are finding themselves into. This is the situations that when people call the police, that they're looking for the best method and manner in order to deal with these situations. Who's going to respond when and if someone's intoxicated in the park, when and if someone is incoherent in their speech? Who's going to respond to those types of incidents and situations? Can't always send social workers. So we have to really, instead of trying to defund the police, maybe we need to massively fund them so they can be more prepared to deal with this type of situations. So just a little thoughts there. It is not the same situations. I give a lot of kudos, professionalism to the officers involved and to the Alameda Police Department there for releasing the body cam footage for the world to see. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Much love and peace. If you have any questions or comments or videos you'd like me to take a look at, just hit me up, Captain Hunter. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Both of those are CPTL Hunter. Gmail, CPTLHunter@gmail.com, and all that. Much love and peace.